reminds me to never give up. But I'm on here live to check out the live feature for LinkedIn, and I'm also streaming this to YouTube. Check us out at Startup REI on YouTube, and then on Facebook, it would just be my personal Facebook. So if you're out there listening in, tuning in, I love you. Actually, I can't say that right now because I don't even know you. So I want to say I appreciate you, and I look forward to entertaining you for a little while. So please check out www.startupreishow.com. Just write down, oh, wrong side, right down here. I'm launching a podcast on why angel investors should diversify into multifamily opportunities or just real estate in general. And we're all talking about angels investments, diversifying into real estate. And that's very exciting. Why even launch a podcast, which is going to be next month? I did a short market study on angel investors, startup angel investors, in trying to get into real estate. And so I asked questions like, why do startup angel investors diversify in real estate? Are startup angel investors aware of real estate opportunities? And so I want to showcase that using, and I want to showcase my market study, my small market study on Twitter, which I have on this other screen right here. So let me figure out how to do that. Let's see, add a source, maybe local video. Oh, not that one. I don't know where that's at. Let's see here. Okay, then in this case, it would be here. Oh, let's see. Chicago. Huh, that's weird. I had it going on earlier. I'm sorry. This is some technical difficulties. But I could just read them to you instead. So for this specific question, why do startup angel investors diversify in real estate? My short market study went ahead. I went ahead and got on Twitter. I became more active on Twitter because that's where all the startup angel investors are at. And so I asked questions. And one of the people that answered my question, his name is Litan Yahav. I asked him, quick question, is it typical for angel investors to invest in private equity / real estate? And he answered, as an angel investor scattered over multiple funds and direct startup investments, how do I stay on top of it all? For us, it turned out it's a crazy spreadsheet on top of additional alternative investments like private equity, real estate, and etc. And I got in a little deeper, and he said, for me and almost all startup angel investors I know, private equity and real estate, passive deals as LPs, are a substantial part of our portfolio. It made me question, why is that the case? If like you believe so much in startups, why even get into real estate? I personally understand that 90% of millionaires become rich through real estate. But in this case, to me, I assumed initially that they would invest in startups that they believe in that will take over the world. Not take over the world, but more like provide value in the marketplace as a service, as a product, mainly as I think right now, mainly as a service. But my point being that, the startups would create something, not necessarily brand new, but disrupt something in the industry. It would be more innovative, it'd be more effective, it'd be more efficient, and then it would take off from there because they're solving a big problem, and the sales would rack up. And then, considering that the LPs or even the GPs as a angel investor would be invested in, they will gain so much what's that called gain so much growth and equity that they could sell it off after the company sells off as an IPO or maybe sells the company. And so I think, yes, it's possible to 10x in startups that they believe in or I would believe in, and then after an exit phase of that startup, they'll gain a lot of money. However, I do have the caveat is that you would. I see that there's a statistic that for every one unicorn, you have to invest in at least 30, because not all 30 startups succeed. It's like choosing that one golden egg out of like a whole basket of like 30 or even 100. Um, I forgot where I heard that, but I think it was an angel investor that was talking about why even invest in startups. And so, um, let's see, what was the second question? Are startup angel investors aware of real estate opportunities? Oh, this was a good one. Let me find his answer. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, right here, right here, right here. Actually, the same guy. I said to him, "That's a great point. With commercial real estate, commercial multifamily syndicators, sponsors typically return 13 to 15%, but in a given 2 to 5 year hold with a minimum investment of $50,000." I asked him, "Is that attractive enough for angel investors? And of course, what would be attractive to you?" His response was, "I think it's just about diversification and cash flow. Angel is high risk. Real estate is a lot lower risk. And Angel as a zero, what? Angel as a zero cash flow. No, I think he meant Angel has zero cash flow. Real estate has ongoing cash flow. Angel exit is potentially huge return. Real estate is the real estate exit is potentially medium return, etc. So in this case, his answer very much relates to just startup here is high risk, high reward. Um, yeah. And then real estate here is low risk, medium reward, mainly for the diversification and cash flow. I think it is important to have a vehicle, investment vehicle. Don't take my advice for this. I'm not a financial or investment advisor. I personally would want to put my eggs into different baskets. One that cash flows and brings me money every, let's say, quarter, every month, like as a dividend, and then one that just ticks off and um, makes the world a better place while trying to capitalize on my money. Yeah, that's that. Oh, I can't find that. Oh, here it is. Are startup angels aware of real estate opportunities? Same guy. He says the main problem of yeah, the main problem of startups or that sort of stuff. He says deal flow is the problem or the biggest pain point. This is a different guy named Colin, and he says deal flow. That's all anyone cares about. Both commercial real estate and angel investors, they'll make their own decisions. They just want access to quality deal flow. If you build a deal flow aggregator of some sort, the world will be your oyster. I personally believe that this answers the question of are startup angel investors aware of real estate opportunities? The answer is not really. Not really. Why? Because for the most part, the biggest barrier of entry for anyone getting into real estate is that they don't know that these opportunities exist. And so I'm there with my podcast to showcase that it is possible to diversify into cash flowing assets like multifamily or commercial real estate. I I be focused on multifamily. I like it more. People need more housing. But enough about me. I think it's very important to mention that deal flow, deal flow, and cash flow diversify. Yeah, I'll even put it in the chat. Oh, or not really in the chat, but there it is. Deal flow and cash flow. Please diversify. Please. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I like doing these live events. What are your thoughts? Please push them out in the comments below because I personally like doing them now and I kind of like my setup. But anyway, I asked a few more people, but I don't think they were fond of, let's see, fond of answering them on Twitter. But that's my small market study. I hope you enjoyed me trying to entertain you. And you have an amazing day, because if you won't, I will. Peace. Oh, I like this. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get used to this. By the way, I'm gonna just try to get on more lives like this, just because um, I enjoy it compared to me trying to type out some stuff, reading out some stuff. I could even talk about that later on. Oh, actually, not even later. You know what? I challenged myself. I challenged myself to go live every day. I don't know how it will go, but I think it's better to have my own Toastmasters and even watch the replay to see where I messed up and then iterate on that. That's all what startup is, right? I personally would say that I'm a startup of myself, and I'm investing in me and angel investors of myself, considering that I'm just starting out trying to put out all this information, correct information, because there's so much noise out there. So I hope you have an amazing day, and I will end this live now.